When you have all your strips cut, it is time to start gluing. Now you want to have a good pile of scrap paper on the side to glue on top of, so you're not gluing on the table. You're going to take one strip at a time. I like to start from 1A, make sure it goes on 1A, make sure the tops are both in the same direction. Okay, you're going to put your scrap paper, your strip on the scrap paper, and take a glue stick. You're going to put glue on your strip. And you line this up. You want to very carefully take your time to line it up at the top. Nice and straight all the way across. Careful, if you have sticky fingers, don't touch your drawing. Okay, now I'm going to do 1B, 1B. Now, I do not want to put this on top of the scrap paper where I just glued because I might get glue on the front. So put it on a new piece of the scrap paper. Okay. Make sure the top goes to the top. You should have a paper towel near you to wipe your fingers off on. Now for the ones that were in the zigzag, you can kind of gently cradle it into the zig, into like that valley area. Line it up with the top, always line it up with the top. Sometimes the bottoms may not go all the way, so don't line it up with the top sometimes and the bottom sometimes. Make sure it's always with the top. And shift it a little, very carefully place that in. All right, so the bottoms, like I said, goes a little bit longer, so you're always lining it up with the top. Make sure it folds. You never want to glue it so that it covers the fold, or it won't work. Okay, next is 2A. Top. Again, pick a dry part of your paper, of your scrap paper, so that you're not putting your strip on top of the dirty glue. Wiping my fingers. Again, cradle it into that fold. Line it up at the top. Press. Again, make sure it still folds. Okay, next is 2B. Again, look for the 2B. Make sure the tops are on the same side. Put the scrap not on where you had glued last time. Just keep shifting it. Okay. Cradle it into the valley. Line it up at the top. Make sure it still folds. And you can see how it's going to start to get that effect. Okay, you just keep going for the rest of the strip, the rest of the pieces. Once you have glued them all down, make sure that it still folds correctly. If you did it correctly, shouldn't have too much of an overhang. It should fold nicely. And you can see that if you turn it from side to side, you can see the effect. The next step is to mount it onto a backing.